All right, you guys, we are now ready for example number 3 within the absolute value equations. And so here we are. That's obviously, I hope, an absolute value equation because of the presence of the absolute value bars. So we get that absolute value by itself. I hope you would notice it already is. There's no operation surrounding the absolute value. Isolate? Nope, it already is. Okay? So then, the next idea would be to look at that expression that's inside there and say to ourselves, you know what? If that expression inside there has an absolute value of 8, that means that that expression inside there is supposed to be 8 units away from 0 on a number line. So if we were to carry it 8 units this way, we would definitely land on the number -8, and therefore that will be one of the equations that we need to set up here and solve in a moment. All right? Then we would say, what other number lives 8 units away from 0? +8. All right? So if we were to take that expression and carry it 8 units from 0 in the positive direction, we will then have this equation. Expression inside equals 8. I hope that makes sense to everyone. Nod in agreement, please. Thank you. All right, I love the feedback. All right, but look at this. You know what these resulting equations are? And by the way, after we make the split, it should be a flashback, right? Doodle-doo, 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 doodle-doo. These are both quadratic equations, aren't they? Because they both have x squared in them. So the appropriate flashback at this point would be to go back and do what we did on assignment 11 prior to spring break. We covered this particular topic, all right? So this should be review at this point. But anyway, as you go through this, you would hopefully notice that the x is in 2 different terms, which would prompt you to get it into standard form, which is shortcut for shorthand, I guess, for make it equal 0. All right, so there you go with that. And then this would be the point where, and again, we're doing this because the x is in 2 different terms. We get it in standard form. We hope it factors, and if it doesn't, we'll do the quadratic formula. But it does turn out that whoever made up this question, you're welcome, made this such that it does indeed factor. And again, I would tell you that factoring is assignment number 5. So anyway, I believe this factors as such. We do indeed have 2 factors that equal 0. And so when we set each individual factor equal to 0, this particular equation would create the 2 solutions, +4 as well as -2. All right, so that's old stuff. Oh yeah, that was before spring break, okay? So that equation gave us that. Same thing, that was fun. Let's jump over and do the other one. Ouch, no, I'm fine. All right, so anyway, notice that x is in 2 different terms, so that would again prompt us to subtract the 8 over in order to generate standard form. All right, otherwise known as let's go get us a 0. And then, man, I sure hope that factors. If it doesn't, I'll do the quadratic formula. But, and again, this is assignment 5, factoring, which y'all did great on test 1, by the way. Good job on that, keep it up. But anyway, I believe this will factor as x minus 6 times x plus 4, check it out, or enter, all that stuff. All right, and so when we set each of these expressions equal to 0, by the way, did I mention I miss you guys? Yeah, well, we're doing the best we can, right? So add 6, subtract 4, and these 2 equations lead to the solutions of 6 and -4. So you notice there's multiple answers all over the place here. 2 from this one, 2 from this one. And so somewhere, please, on your paper, I'm looking for a place to write my answers. I guess I'll put them clear over here. We would have the solution set comprised of 4, -2, 6, and -4. And there they are. So those would be the solutions for that equation. And right now, to be honest with you, I'm debating what to do with the word problem at the end. And I might make that an extra credit one. I'm not sure, and we might just, in the interest of time, move forward. So anyway, that's absolute value equations, and I hope you're all doing well.